Happy Wednesday. I'm Sarah. Welcome to True North. Yeah, it's my birth year on the end. It's fine. I already told you guys how old I am. Whether you choose to believe it, completely up to you. Ha! I fixed it. I fixed it. Oh, you guys saw me struggling? I was struggling yesterday, but I got it. Guess how long it took me to fix it? 12 hours. Did I spend all 12 hours trying to fix it? No. I had to take a break, take a nap, take a shower, work on a jigsaw puzzle. But I fixed it. Chat is working, everything is working. It's really bright in here. The sun is shining, but it's 8 degrees. Yeah. It's a little chilly. It's a little chilly, but the chat's working. So happy. So happy. Yeah, everything is working. Yay, except my hair. It decided to go phew, crazy, and I just threw it up because not fighting it today. Just not. So, yeah, it went up. It's fine. It's fine. Am I even? No. I'm discombobulated a little bit. Am I always? Well, yeah, because I'm human, right? I'm real. Real talk all the time. That's me. Nothing's changed. I haven't changed. Just the name has changed because I wanted to incorporate everything. So, yeah, why not? It's my channel. I can do what I want within reason, right? Right. You know what I forgot? My other glasses. It'll be fine. I can't reach my teeth. Struggling already, guys. Struggling already. It's fine. Let me just bring this over here. I closed the curtains so I wouldn't get too distracted by the birds. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Trying to be better. Trying to be better, more professional. Because you know, at my house, you know how the windows are up above my desk in my office, and all I see is the squirrels. Hence, I go, squirrel! Because literally, there are squirrels bouncing across the windows. And my cat gets up there, and Lucifer's like, eh! Like he thinks he's going to get the squirrels. He never will get the squirrels. It's fine. So I'm trying. The ADD medication is working. I never should have gone off it. Never should have gone off it. But it's okay. It's okay. So if you saw the schedule and the title and the ads that I put up, which I do all by myself, just so you know, just so you know, I do this all by myself. I'm working hard, working hard. This is a full-time job. People might not realize it. It's a full-time job. It really is. Because, you know, I write scripts for this and notes and rewrite and rewrite and a lot of rewrites. Um, yeah, so I thought, let's start over, right? It's a new channel. It's a new channel. I'm doing the same thing. I'm still life coaching. I'm still giving advice. And I'm still talking about lupus and autoimmune disorders and chronic illnesses and emotional well being and mental health. I'm still the same person. I'm still Sarah or mom. You guys know this. I'm an open book. I was a public servant for over half my life. So, I mean, it's public record. It's out there. But not everybody knows my story. So, I thought it's time to tell everybody in a whole segment my story, not broken up pieces of, yeah, this happened to me. Yeah, I've been through this. It's time for me to just put it out there, the whole story, right? So that's what I'm going to do today. Um, the first segment of today's show, yes, is going to be about me. And it'll explain why it is I do what I do. Okay? All right. So, True North in 1972. Yes, I was born in 1972. I am 52 years old. Yes. I try not to look it. I sure as hell don't act it. You guys have all witnessed that. Yeah. Anyway, I had a fantastic childhood. Fantastic. It was wonderful. Great loving parents, raised out in the middle of nowhere. Wonderful childhood. No complaints. Um, right after I graduated high school, I went into the Navy. Mind you, this is 1990. Um, Females weren't looked upon as, hmm, I don't want to say fondly. We weren't looked upon equally. I can tell you that. We weren't allowed in combat. We weren't allowed on subs, aircraft carriers, um, battleships. Um, I worked in logistics, which I was fine with that. I was fine with that. Um, I was sexually assaulted twice. I reported it. The person that did it denied, 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 and he got away with it because he was higher ranked, was established. I was not. And I took an early out because it it was life changing, not in a good way. Um, so that was my first real trauma, physical trauma. Now I have to go back a little bit. While I was in boot camp, unbeknown to me, my parents split up. Yeah, my mother left my father for another man. Nobody told me. I was not informed. I did not know until I graduated. They didn't even tell me at graduation. They came together. They were not together anymore, but they came together to my graduation, acted like they were together. I was so wrapped up in what I was doing that I didn't notice any tension, anything. They put on a really good show. My sister didn't say anything to me. My aunts were there. My aunt, my grandmother, my grandfather. So my mom's mom was there. My dad's dad was there. Um, Nobody said a word to me. I did not find out until 2 weeks after graduation when I came home on leave. Both my parents picked me up from the airport together. They told me on the car ride back from the airport. I was sitting in the back seat. I was exhausted. And my mother was sitting in the front passenger seat. And she turned around and looked at me and said, "We have to stop and drop me off at my apartment." And I was like, "Mom, that's not funny." And she was like, "Sarah, I'm not joking." And I looked at my father and I just remember his hands tightening on the steering wheel. And I, I believe I said, I'm too tired for this shit. And we did. We stopped at the next town before we got to our town and dropped my mom off at this apartment. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And get back to my father's house, and my father told me that my mother had cheated on him and left him, who is who is now my stepfather. I was absolutely devastated, because as far as I knew, my parents had the perfect marriage. Everybody wanted a marriage like my parents. Everybody, because as far as everybody knew, they had the perfect marriage. They never argued. They never fought. There was never a raised voice in our house, except for when our mom was yelling at us kids, um, me and my sister. That was all. My father never raised a voice. Never, ever, ever, ever. Kindest man you'll ever meet, still to this day. Um, so my world was turned completely upside down. Completely upside down. I was absolutely devastated. And yeah, just wow. Wow. Other people's parents got divorced, not mine, right? That didn't happen to my family. So I didn't spend a lot of time with my parents on that leave. I was gone. My dad, this is how nice my dad is. At that time, my dad was letting my mom use the brand new car he had bought, and he was using his beater. So, but when I came home for leave, he was like, Sarah's going to be using the new car. You're going to have to figure shit out, as far as my mother was concerned. So I was gone. I was hanging out with my friends. Phew, nobody saw me except for my friends, because I didn't want anything to do with anything. I think I spent maybe a couple days with my mom, but I was angry. I was disappointed, but we didn't talk about it, because I didn't want to talk about it, because I knew my time there was limited, and then I was being shipped out. So I didn't want to talk about it. My dad was absolutely devastated. His world had come crashing down around him, and it was horrible. It was horrible. And it made it really hard when I went back, because I couldn't concentrate. I was so worried about what was going on at home. It was rough. It was really rough. But I had to get my head out of my ass. I had a job to do. Stuff was happening. We were at war, right? So now back to where I was. I was assaulted. I didn't tell my parents. They still don't know. They don't know. They think I was under too much pressure, and I let them think that. So I took an early out because it was available, and I ended up marrying someone because promises were made to me that I would be taken care of. And it was across the country from my parents, where I didn't have to see them go through this divorce and see them be with other people. Yeah. Come to find out, my first husband was an alcoholic, a drug addict, and very physically abusive. But of course, I didn't know this in the beginning. He didn't show his narcissistic colors until, after I was deeply in love, or thought I was. You know, I was very young, but I was hooked. I thought he was the cat's meow. He was perfect. He was not. He was not. Um, 3 years later, 2 kids later, and I was still trying to hold it together because this is, and there's a few other women in my family that still believe this. My grandmother, my mother's mother, um, my grandfather was very abusive and an alcoholic, and she survived it. She stayed. She never left. And what resonated with me was, well, if grandma could do it, I can do it. And that was my way of thinking for a very long time until he threatened to kill my children. As soon as he threatened my children, I was gone. I was gone the next day. He left that night to go on a binger. I was gone that next morning, and he had no idea where I was. I took my two babies, a car seat, and a diaper bag, and I flew home with a broken nose and two black eyes. I was gone. And I know everybody says it. Why did you stay? Why did you wait so long? Because it's not as easy as you think to leave, especially when the threats are real. The threats are real. I lost in the divorce because he had people that signed affidavits that he never abused me. These same people had to wipe blood off of my children's heads. My blood, not their blood. I was holding them, and the blood from my face and my head had bled onto them. But they signed affidavits saying that he never abused me. So I lost in court, and he got visitation rights. He lived in Texas. I lived in New York. But he had the right to come get them and take them to Texas for a summer. It happened one time because he refused to bring them back. And I had to drive down there and get them. And I was terrified, absolutely terrified. I didn't sleep the whole time I was down there because I was absolutely terrified that he would do something to me or my children. He didn't, thank God. And we drove back, me, my children, and the man that I ended up marrying, who has since passed away. Um, yeah. So right there, you think, wow, that's a lot, right? Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot. I had another child, and I ended up marrying my second husband, Toby, and we ended up having two more children. So that's 5 children that I have. I had 2 with my first husband and 3 with my second husband. My second husband, I loved dearly. Dear, oh my God. I thought he was the love of my life. I really did. Um, again, I did not know. Maybe I just didn't want to know. He was a drug addict. I just didn't see it. I didn't see it. He also cheated on me numerous times, and I didn't know because I believed him. I believed him that he was working late. I believed him because I wanted to believe him. Because why would he cheat on me? I should have been enough, right? I was enough. Why wouldn't I be enough? And then why wasn't I enough? Why wasn't I enough for him? So, in the course of our marriage, he had another child out of wedlock with this girl. And I say girl. She was an adult, what, 20 years younger than me, about. Felt like she was a child, very immature, nasty child. Um, okay, I say he had this child out of wedlock. She claims it's his, but refused at the time to have a paternity test. And this child, who is now an adult, refuses to have a blood test with the so-called siblings who wanted to know if she's really their sister, but refuses to have a blood test done. So obviously there's questions there. It's water under the bridge. It's done. It's over. But at the time, it was so hurtful and devastating to me and our marriage and our children. So we had another child after this happened because I didn't know about what had happened. Um, and then I was diagnosed with lupus and rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis, and I needed a double hip replacement. Now, this is major, major, major. Now, this is 2001, right after my fifth baby was born. My daughter, my last baby, was 4 months old when I had this major, major surgery where I literally had to learn how to walk again. I had my surgery. I was in the hospital for a week, and then I had to go for rehab for 8 weeks. 8 weeks I was gone out of my house without my children. Now, Toby brought the kids to me. It was every other night he would bring the kids because I missed my babies. You know, they were used to me, even though, I worked, I was working, I was going to school, but those were my babies. I took care of my babies. Don't get me, he's a great dad. He was a great dad, but those are my babies. Anyway, um, I got home, I was healing, and that next Christmas, Toby died on Christmas Eve. He had a heart attack in his sleep. Never woke up. Died right next to me in bed. And I didn't know. Um, he was supposed to plow that morning, and I went to go wake him up about 5 o'clock, and he was stiff, and his blood had already pooled. Sorry. And you would think I would freak out. I did not. I was very calm. I had worked as a nursing assistant, and I had done many postmortems, and I kind of became detached. And I called 911, and I argued. I argued with the 911 operator. Yeah, she wanted me to do CPR, and I'm like, ma'am, he's gone. His blood is already pooled. There's nothing I can do. I'm like, this is what I need from you. I need an ambulance with no lights, no sirens, and I need a sheriff, because a sheriff has to declare the body and has to stay until a coroner shows up. I know how New York State works. I know what happens. And so that's what they did. And in the meantime, I had to tell my children that their father was gone on Christmas Eve. And it was horrible. It is the most devastating thing that I myself had ever been through. Waking up to him being dead next to me, knowing that he died next to me, and there was nothing I could have done, that I didn't know, that I slept through that. That's trauma. And that has stuck with me and is still with me. Now, I remember that day. I remember that morning. I remember that Christmas. I do not remember the 3 months after that. I want to say I was probably a robot and was maybe just functioning. I do know that I dropped 30 pounds. And I wasn't a heavy person then, like I am now. And I had to have another major surgery because I had lost so much weight that my hip was falling out again. Because when you have a hip replacement, the replacement itself that they put in is made for your body, right? Nobody has the same size everything. So that hip is made to your measurement, and my body had changed. So I had to have another major surgery, which took me away from my children. And this isn't about me, it's my kids. I felt, my kids, you know, I don't want them to feel that they're being completely deserted because they'd already lost their father. No, here my kids are. They know their mother is very, very sick. I didn't have just lupus. Some people think, oh, it's just lupus. No, I had severe systemic lupus with complete organ involvement. I have rheumatoid arthritis, severe rheumatoid arthritis with organ involvement. I have osteoarthritis in almost every joint, not just here and there, and a couple joints, maybe a couple fingers. No, no, all of them, including my ribs. So my kids are a constant on edge. Is mom okay? This is how my kids grew up, with the fear of somebody can die on them at any minute, and mommy's always sick. Mommy's always tired. Mommy's always working. Something's always wrong. Even though mommy tries to make everything right all the time, something's always wrong. Why is there always somebody at the house taking care of us and not mommy? Because mommy's either working, sleeping, or in the hospital. That takes a toll on somebody. It really does. So I had that next hip replacement. Then they discovered, after a few years of me having, I had like 3 years of nothing. Everything was kind of smooth, right? I was like, oh, wow, I'm in remission. This is amazing. I was feeling great. I was working out, exercising, walking, working, going to school, getting my degrees, everything was going my way. And then I had a stroke. Like, why? I was 40 and I had a stroke. I lost some of my speech, my vision, um, control on my left side. I mean, I had speech therapy, vision therapy, it's a thing. Um, Extensive physical therapy. I got through that. And then I had pulmonary embolisms on my birthday. Yeah, still 40 on my 40th birthday. So the pulmonary embolisms came before the stroke. I'm sorry. I got that a little backwards because it was my 40th birthday. I was walking down the stairs and I was having a hard time breathing. I was walking down the stairs and I passed out and I fell down the stairs and I busted my chin again. I'd already had a scar and I busted it even further. And yeah, I had pulmonary embolisms. And I woke up in the hospital. I was on life support. I was in the ICU. I had no idea what was going on. It was crazy. And I'm like, what happened? Like, what is going on? And and I remember telling this story to you guys before. I thought I was dreaming and I was in the rain. And what had happened was I was in the ambulance and my oldest son, Denver, was riding with me, and he had laid his head on my head after they had intubated me, and he was crying, and it was the tears that I felt on my forehead. I wasn't in the rain. It was my son crying, and I felt his tears. It's a real thing. It happens. You're there and you're not there. I've had so many near death experiences. I had internal bleeding and I didn't know it. I had a stomach ache. I had a stomach ache. I didn't know. What had happened was I had a cyst on my ovary that exploded. I didn't know. I had a stomach ache. And I felt like an idiot because I'm like, I know something's wrong. I have a stomach ache. It doesn't feel right. And I called an ambulance. Or no, I passed out again and I hit my head on my sewing table down in I had a sewing room downstairs at this point. And my daughter called an ambulance. My oldest, Allison, called an ambulance. And they couldn't give me anything because they didn't know what was going on. And thank God they didn't, because come to find out, I had massive internal bleeding. Massive. I had lost so much blood. They had to wait to do surgery because I had lost too much blood. And I have a wonky blood type. I am B negative with Rh negative um, protein type. So I banked my own blood, but I hadn't banked enough. So they were like calling blood banks to find blood for me before they could do surgery because I had to have so many transfusions. It was crazy. They brought in my whole family to tell me goodbye. I woke up and I had my dad here, my mom here, my kids were all around me. And I'm like, I couldn't talk because I was intubated again. And I'm just looking at everybody like, in my head, I'm going like, what's going on? What's going on? And I remember going, it hurts. It hurts. Because my stomach felt like it was on fire. Well, that's what happens when blood is where it's not supposed to be. It burns when it's where it's not supposed to be, when it's not in your veins, it burns. That's why my stomach hurt. Not only from the pain of the cyst, but from blood being where it wasn't supposed to be. Guys, like, how much can a body take, right? Well, let me tell you, it can take a lot because I'm still here. After that, I had another hip replacement. I've had four. I had a bilateral. I've had two revisions. Okay? That's not even why I'm in a wheelchair. I'm in a wheelchair. Do you hear me bitch that I'm on a wheelchair? No, because I'm still here. I'm still alive. By the grace of God, I am still alive. I have paddle burns on my chest. Because you know when they shock you with the paddles, it burns. It burns. I've had CPR done so many times. And the last time was just a year and a half ago. By Tom. By Tom. Because I passed out. And I fell. And I broke my leg in two places. And I shattered my ankle. And it didn't heal right. And I'm in a wheelchair. Because my hips are so unstable because they've been replaced so many times that I can't use a walker. And I can't use crutches. And I can't use hand crutches. So I have to use a wheelchair. Yes, I can get up and balance on one leg, but I cannot walk on my other leg. My left leg is no good. My foot is turning into a C. It's a C. These are my toes bending over onto themselves. My ankle is coming up. My left foot is 3/4 the size of my right foot because it's shrinking. I can't even put a shoe on that foot because no shoe will fit it because it's deformed. I have a dystrophy. It's pulling in up on itself. I'm still here. I still want to help people. I'm in 3A kidney crisis right now. Right now. I have been for years. But I'm still here wanting to help you. wanting to help others because I can't sit and feel sorry for myself. It's not in me to do that. I have never, ever done that. Yes, there are times when I have just said, I don't want to do this anymore. It's hard. Yes. And you know what? I got over it real quick because this is the life I was given. I didn't choose it. And there are some times where I was like, I sure as hell don't want it, but it's my life and I have to make the best of it. I have people that depend on me. I have children. I have grandchildren, my parents, my friends, and my clients. So I have a job to do and I'm doing it. And I'm going to keep doing it until I literally, physically can't do it anymore. It's a calling. And when you have a calling, you have to see it through or you feel unfulfilled. And I can't feel that way. I can't because you constantly feel like something's missing. And it's a horrible feeling because I felt it for 2 years. 2 years. I've been working on this for almost a year of self discovery and finding what I could do, going to school. What can I do? How can I do that? How can I help people being like I am and not being out in the world? How can I help people? Well, here I am. Here I am doing what I can do, doing my podcast, doing this live stream, writing, doing what I can to help people. I am going to start writing my book, an autobiography, telling my story, though I believe it should be in the fiction section because who's going to believe it? But it's all true, all of it. It's out there, it's public knowledge. It's my story. It's why I'm here. It's why I do what I do. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I've made plenty of mistakes. Sess, hi. How are you? Oh, my mother has been after me for years to write a book. Years. Hi, honey. Are you at work? Yeah. I keep telling her though, it'll go in the fiction section. Nobody's gonna believe it. I am a survivor of many, many things. Many things. You know, and still here. That's the whole survivor part. But yeah, I think that's why I wanted to like tell it on here first, just to get it out there. I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. But it's made me who I am. I mean, I am an empath like you wouldn't believe. Oh my God. I need tissues everywhere I go. Yes, all the time. All the time. And Tom, he's like, babe, you have such a story to tell. He goes, you could help so many people, between the domestic abuse and the lupus and raising 5 kids single. There's so many different aspects of it. Yeah, you know, but it's a process. It's a process. How's the walking group? I was thinking about that the other day. How's your walking group? Oh, remember I was telling you about the community center where I grew up and how the same guy has been running it ever since I was a kid? Oh, good. Um, Mike Muscolino, he just got a Lifetime Achievement Award for running the community center. Yep. They showed a picture of him. I was like, he looks the same. He just has white hair. He's like 6'6". He's a really big, big, big guy. Because I read the paper from where I'm from. I read it online, and they show it. I was just like, oh my God, that's so cool. I was just talking about him. So neat. The community center in my hometown is a huge, huge deal. So where I grew up. I mean, the one where I live now is brand new. So I know it is wonderful. It is wonderful. I was just like, oh, that's so cool. I always loved him. He was the nicest man to all of us kids. We adored him. And he was Big Mike, because the man's so tall. He was just Big Mike, you know. We didn't look at all the work he put into it. We looked at the guy that played basketball with us, because he was Big Mike. But now as an adult, I see all the work that he did. So it's so neat. Neat. I'm showing my age. But yeah, I just thought it was so great. And I was like, oh, I gotta call Tulsa. Love it. But the connections that you make too, though, right? And you make all these great connections in the community and you form these bonds with people. I just think it's wonderful. I think it is. I mean, some people are just Debbie Downers and negative Nancy's. You can use any analogy you want, but and they always have something bad to say. I think it's because they didn't come up with it first or whatnot. But to me, the people that don't like Mike or never liked Mike, just it's because they didn't have the drive to do what he has done. That's how I look at it. Because there's always somebody that has something to say. And it's just like, ugh, nah, shut it. That's how I look at it. I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot, but that's how I look at it. Oh, my watch is quoting me. Speaking of quotes, oh my God, I wrote a poem. I was testing my writing skills. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, one of the reasons why I wanted to tell my story today is I'm testing my writing skills. So, I wrote a poem. Do you want to hear it? It kind of makes me. I did. I did. I used to write. I was a really strong writer. But then I became a really strong reader. But I did. I wrote up, and it. Oh, hang. I gotta grab it. It makes me teary. I need a tissue. Hold. You might need a tissue. Just a warning. Tissue warning. Sorry, my wheelchair just doesn't always steer right. And my OCD makes it like I have to be even. Really? I have to check that out. Oh, let me make a note. Because if I don't write it down, sweetheart, it doesn't happen. That's my brain. What time on Sunday? I caught Flip last night doing, he was gaming. Okay, so my poem that I'll probably trip all over, just so you know. Oh, that is late. So that's what, 8 my time? Aren't you 4 hours behind me? So you don't care if I show up in my pajamas, right? Just saying. I was on here last night in my pajamas trying to fix everything because everything went wonky. That's fine. Nobody cared. Oh, so that's not bad. 7. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah. PJs are awesome. All right. You ready for my poem? Because now that I have the courage to do it. So, the name of my poem is Finding Your True North. All right. Deep breath. When the winds howl fierce and the skies turn gray, when the path ahead seems to fade away, when the compass you hold spins round and round, and the steady ground cannot be found, pause for a moment, breathe in the air, feel the whisper within, quiet and rare. For deep in your heart, a guide is a light, a true north gleams, ever steadfast, ever bright. Not a star in the heavens, nor a map in your hand, but a voice that calls, like waves to the sand. It beckons you forward, through fear may persist, through shadow woods and the stubborn mist. True north is the dream you dared to conceive, the hope you carried, though hard to believe. It's the fire within when the world turns cold, the quiet assurance when the storms unfold. It's not without trials the journey you take, for growth often comes through struggles and ache. You'll stumble, you'll falter, you may lose your way, but the light inside will not fade nor decay. True north is courage when doubt takes hold. It's standing in shadows and daring to be bold. It's the grit to rise when the world says fall. It's power to see through it all. Seek not perfection, for it does not exist. The journey itself is the truest gift. Each misstep teaches, each detour reveals a strength inside that nothing conceals. You'll find it in silence, in moments of grace, in the lines of a smile in a stranger's face. You'll hear it in laughter, in the rhythm of rain, in the wisdom gleaned from enduring pain. True north isn't somewhere, it's something you are, not a distant shore or a guiding star. It's the essence of you, your purpose, your name, the truth that burns like an eternal flame. It's in loving yourself through the trials and tears, through the passing of days and the fleeting of years. It's the faith that you carry no matter the cost, that even when wandering, you are never lost. So trust in the compass you hold in your hand. Feel the pull of your soul. Understand. The world may tremble, the winds may roar, but true north is yours forevermore. Through valleys deep and mountains high, through sunlight meadows and stormy skies, you'll find your way no matter how unclear, for your true north shines always near. It's a call to live with purpose, with might, to honor the day and embrace the night, to chart your course with love and intent, to build a life that feels well spent. And when you stand on the summit's peak, when the view ahead is the peace you seek, you'll smile and know through journey and strife, you found your true north and your truest life. And that is it. First poem I've probably written in 10 years, as I get all teary and oh, yeah, do you like it? It's long and in depth and long. I'd use poetry as storytelling. I mean, I can write a Irish limerick like you wouldn't believe too, but I mean, I have another one that I did enduring the storm because I've been doing True North for a while, um but I never shared it. It was kind of like my own thing, my own outlet. Well, thank you. But this one, the yeah. Yes. 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 Thank you. Enduring the storm is the second one. And this one is ugh, it's about chronic illness and dealing with pain. Um so through the quiet of dawn, a shadow takes hold, an ache deep within, silent yet bold. Each step a battle, each breath a plea, yet a spark remains, unyielding, free. Chronic pain, a, a relentless tide, washes the shores where dreams abide. It whispers doubts, it steals the night, yet through the darkness there burns a light. The world may not see the strength it demands to rise each morning to take a stand, but you are a warrior, steady and true, bearing the weight and still pushing through. Your body may falter, but your spirit will soar, like waves that crash yet return to the shore. Every tear that falls, every silent cry, holds the power to paint a brighter sky. You've learned to bend, but refuse to break, to find beauty in moments that others forsake. A fleeting breeze, the warmth of the sun, the smallest victories, each battle won. Pain is a teacher, though cruel in its ways. It shapes your courage, it sharpens your gaze. For within the struggle, you've come to find the boundless strength of the human mind. So hold your head high, though the road may be steep. The fire within is yours to keep. Through trials and fears, through loss and gain, you are the hero who endures the pain. And one day the storm will begin to subside, revealing the power that pain could not hide. For though it lingers, it cannot define the boundless light of your soul's design. You are a beacon, a voice in the rain, an emblem of hope rising through pain. So take each step with courage anew, for the world is brighter simply for you. Yeah, and that is my latest foray into poetry writing. It's been a minute, but it's cathartic. It's very, very cathartic. Thank you. Thank you. Um, my therapist, many, many, many years ago, um, I know, suggested it to me because I love to write and I do a lot of journaling. And another thing that I love to do, haha, is I do inspirational writes. And you think people just come up like, oh, I saw this meme with this inspirational quote. Somebody needs to write those. And I did. So I sat down the other night and I'm like, I'm going to do 10 inspirational quotes having to do with True North, right? I'm like, yes, yes. And it's for me, it's a release as yes. Oh, yes. When I write, it's like I am exhaling. Does that make sense? It's like a release. It's just this exhale, and it feels so good. It's like a weight is lifted, and it's an exhale. And I don't share my writing usually, but these two poems that I was like, these are pretty freaking good. I'm sharing these. Why not? So I printed them, and they'll go in my book, right? Why not? And then my inspirational quotes that I write having to do with True North, because True North is my brand. I write a lot having to do with your inner compass and finding your way. That's what I do as a life coach. I help people find their way. I used to love open mic. Oh, yeah, that was many, many years ago. Many, many years ago. Oh, I would get a babysitter. I mean, this is how long ago. My oldest kid is 31. So many, 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 many years ago, I would get a babysitter and go into Syracuse for poetry reading and book readings and go to open mic and do poetry reading many years ago. Yeah. Mm, that's so awesome. And it was so funny because I am so Irish. I'm flaring right now and I'm wearing a pink sweater, but you can tell my cheeks are all red. I have my butterfly rash going right now. But during open mic, I would get it would look like I had 2 glasses of wine. And I would be so like even my forehead, I would be so flushed. Oh my God. So red. And my face would be burned and I'd be up there talking. But it never happened like in public speaking in college. I'd be fine. But you get me on open mic night, holy crap. I'd be red as a beet. Red as a beet. Crazy. So funny. Ah, It's just, it is what it is. But you catch me doing karaoke, I don't get red at all. I care less. Open mic night, oh my God. Mm-mm. It is. It is a rush. It really is. Yeah. I loved it. I loved it. I used to read, I have, oh my God. So, one of my favorite books that I have is Edgar Allan Poe's Greatest Works. Oh, and it's a huge hard copy. I mean, this thing is like this thick, this big, and it's got a big crow in gold on the cover of it. Oh, love this book. In fact, I have something he wrote, just a short quote somewhere. Somewhere. I wrote it down the other night. Right here. It's years of love have been forgot and the hatred of a minute. I saw it the other night and I just wrote it right across here. Oh, I love Edgar Allan Poe. The first play I ever saw as a student was The Telltale Heart. And I saw it at the Eastman Theater in Rochester, New York. It's so good. And I'll never forget hearing that. And I was just like, oh, so good. So good. But this little quote right here, you have years of love have been forgot in the hatred of a minute, is so true. So true. It takes that to ruin something because of hatred. Years of love can be ruined like that. Oh, yeah. And I'm a like Whitman, love Whitman, huge Walt Whitman fan. Oh, don't get me. Oh my God. I am a huge. Oh, ads. Sorry. Mm. Oh, my HelloFresh is still running. I'm so excited. I can still see the birds through the curtains, and they are having a field day. Oh, sorry. I was watching the birds. Those damn birds get me every time. Ah, damn birds. Um, so one of the quotes that I wrote the other night, because I'm trying to work on the branding for the channel as far as True North, and it's your illness does not define you, your strength encouraged you. Trust your true north to guide you through. And then just a quick one more is you are allowed to take things one day at a time, one moment at a time. Even when the path is unclear, your true north will lead you forward. So just trying to incorporate the true north and using your inner self, because that's, you have the strength within you. And a lot of people don't realize it. And that's kind of what I do, is making people understand that you can do it. It's in you to do it. Let me help you find it. Yeah, you do? Okay. Um, Here's another one that some of them I'm kind of like, I don't know. But this one I really, because again, incorporating, having a chronic illness or an autoimmune disease into it too. So you have to like incorporate all these factors into it. And it's not easy. But healing isn't linear. Be patient and kind to yourself through the process, trusting your true north to guide you at every turn. So it's like guiding turns, using your true north, as far as your compass. It's a work in progress. I'm working on it. It's a full-time job, Seth. Holy cow. It's a lot of, I thought doing the channel, I'd be like, oh, you know, I just sit and talk and it's nice. No, it's a lot of work all the time. But I like it. I like it. I'm busy. I am busy. And you know what I do for downtime? And freaking Flip was making, thank you. Flip was making fun of me last night. I do jigsaw puzzles online. Ah, I'm like, yeah, I was gaming. I am. Yeah, I am. I'm a big time gamer too. Microsoft jigsaw puzzling. I don't know how to stream it, so I'm just like doing my jigsaw puzzle. Fine. I did Crater Lake. It was hard, but it was really pretty and it's relaxing and it's decompressing. Mm, yeah, I like it. That's what I do. I know, right? He's out there. He was playing Fortnite last night, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm gaming." He's like, "Oh, what are you playing?" I'm like, "Jigsaw puzzle." It's fine. No, it's fine. He's on vacation this week, so I think he's bored. He's so funny. He's funny. I wish you could live stream your open mic night, or is it on YouTube? Is there any way I could see it? Man, I'm so interested. I want to go. Hmm. Did he really? I had to fix I asked him, I was having issues with my chat. My chat wasn't working yesterday. I don't know what happened. So yeah, I had to update my OBS and oh my God. And finally, 10 o'clock last night, my shit started working too. Oh my God, I was aggravated. But yeah, I finally clicked in. I'm like, what the hell? 12 hours yesterday, I was trying to fix this damn thing. I am not tech savvy at all. I'm learning. I'm learning. There's a bird fight. Second Friday of the month. Okay, I will check it out. Oh, how exciting. Oh, oh. And you do that. So, right in your hometown, or I know, right? I'm old. I don't know how to do this shit. This was not my forte in college. No, I was taking ethics and rhetoric. I can argue with you about anything. Yeah, I'm like I built my own logo. I was able to put, my stuff up on the screen. I did all of that, but it was trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. I made myself look really skinny. That's about it. Other than that, no, I don't know how to do stuff. Like I don't feel I need. At least your hometown has one. Mine doesn't even have one. We had a wine bar for like 3 months and then that got closed down. The lights, soon as, our streets roll up at 9 o'clock. Mm. We have a distillery, but, and they have like trivia night. That's like the huge thing in my hometown. Well, where I live now. That's about it. We have festivals in the fall, in the summertime. The only thing big about where I live is that we're on the Erie Canal system and we have a lock. So boats come in where I live to go to Lake Ontario, which takes them to the St. Lawrence, which gets them to the Atlantic Ocean. So that's about it. People have to go to Syracuse if they want to do stuff. Like we have the comedy club there and the Funny Bone and Dinosaur Barbecue and the bigger stuff is all down in Syracuse, but we don't go to Syracuse because I used to work there and I don't care to go there anymore. Mm-mm. But I need to write all this stuff down or I'll forget. Because again, if it's not written down, it doesn't happen. So, I already have you Seth streams Sunday at 7. And grow the artist scene. We have a lot of transplants from the Bay. That's awesome. Second Friday of the month. That's so cool. So, are you a grammar freak? I'm a grammar freak. Like, I have a grammar I call it a grammar bug that makes me go, like if I see, I used to be an editor. Yeah. And I was a TA in college too, and I would edit people's papers. And oh my God, sometimes you wonder if they took an English course before they got to college because it's like, oh my God, ah, drives me crazy. I had the red pen. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Holy moly. Hmm. People. Because you can get away with it. I love it. That's what a haiku is for. Ah, that's so funny. Oh, that's great. No, I have a, I have a grammar issue. Like I am, it's my OCD, Says. It's my OCD. That's the problem. Yeah, it's my OCD. Yeah. You should see oh my when I'm reviewing a book. Holy shit. And if I get it after the editor did, oh, and the editor if the editor didn't do a good job, oh, it's bad. Yeah. Hmm. If you ever have any questions, I'll help you. And I don't criticize. I just help. That's all. I promise. I don't criticize. Because sometimes you just don't know. It's hard. It's not easy. Grammar sometimes is not easy. But my mom was a teacher. See, I kind of got the best of both worlds. My mom was a teacher. My dad's an engineer. So English, math. Yeah. I love statistics. There's something wrong with my brain. Hmm. Yeah. Not a gambler, though. So usually people that love stats are gamblers, and I'm not. That's odd, right? Hmm. So I have a question. It's got nothing to do with anything we've been talking about, other than your walking group. Tell me, tell me. Any tea? Got any tea to spill? Tell me, tell me, tell me. I want to know. Anybody good? Or did it go as you thought it would? You probably have good weather like all the time, or most of the time. I don't know. It's funky out there right now. Better than here. It's a whole 11. We're in the double digits. It's 11 degrees or degrees. It's 11 degrees, as my 6-year old granddaughter would say. It's 11 degrees, Grandma. I can't correct her grammar. She's only 6. Give me another year. I adore her. my Duke emote. It was approved. Puppy. My puppy. What? Holy ads. Why is there so many ads? My puppy looking like Obi-Wan Duke Kenobi. Yeah, Obi-Duke. Obi-Duke Kenobi. He's such a goof. Which other ones were? I'm curious. Is that it? Hmm. Oop. Oh! The drawing my daughter did. And then there's me. Hmm. Why are you going off? What? Oh, hi. Holy ads. Why so many ads? I have it on the recommended amount. I don't know. Don't know. Look at Obi Duke. Obi Duke Kenobi. My puppy dog. With his blankie. He's a little spoiled. Tad. Little bit. It's okay. I'm almost done. I was playing with my emotes. I got my puppy wrapped up in his blankie. I call him Obi Duke Kenobi when he looks like that. Oh, ads. I can't. Oh, that's too funny. Who are you? Wait a minute. There's a stranger in the chat. I'm kidding. Adam, how the hell are ya? I would love to remove ads. That'd be great. Can we do that? Because they're annoying AF, as my daughter would say. Hi. I missed you. How's school? Oh, yeah, for the viewer, because they get annoyed too. That'd be great. Name change because the name of my life coaching business is True North, and I'm incorporating it together. Sounds great. How are you? How's things? How's school? What's going on? Is it freezing there? It's freezing here. It's a whole 11. 11 degrees. 11 degrees. That's how my granddaughter says it. I won't say a word. Promise. You know all the tricks. I don't. Took me 12 hours to fix this yesterday. 12 hours, Adam. 12. My chat wasn't working at all. Oh, degrees. 11 degrees. She's 6. It's fine. What are you cooking? Not tamales. Is it going to be chicken? Because chicken's good for the soul. I'm going to go with chicken soup. I think that's what I'm going to have for lunch. Because chicken soup is good for the soul. Do you know Sass? Everybody say hi. Yay. Adam's like my long lost little brother who I haven't seen in ages. Oh, I got heartburn just thinking about it. Adam, oh, you're young. Your body can handle it. Oh, God. God. Ow. Oh, no. I'm going to be a child and have chicken and stars. I know. I know. You go do your spicy stuff, and I'm Irish and I'll stick to my very blandness. Thank you very much. Oh, mm. I could have used your help yesterday. I was in tears. I'm very bland, love. Very, very bland. Potatoes. Lots of potatoes. Potatoes and carrots. Do you see the paleness here? How's school? School's good? You're doing good? Are you overwhelmed? I worry about you. Wouldn't you just love to be my moderator and help me on the channel with all your spare time? Concern is healthy. I can be concerned about you. I know you listen to a lot of Spotify. Oh, well, concern. Concern. You are correct. Oh, good. Good for you. Yeah, I used to love getting ahead. Mm-hmm. Don't get too far ahead. It screws you up. Speaking from experience. I mean, you're available today for some tech stuff? Look at me just already. Boom, 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 boom. Help me. Uh-huh. I miss class. I was in seminar yesterday. I'm doing classes too. Yeah. Took, oh my God, 10 pages of notes. I can't type my notes. I have to write my notes because I just can't type that fast. I'm working on it. I am. I am. I am. Maybe I just miss working with you. Just saying. I miss your face. You're not lame. You're goofy. You are not lame. You're very smart. You was a very smart man. Not lame. Every time I talk to you, I want tamales, so man, make me want the tamales. Mm, you make me miss Texas. My daughter sent me pictures. She's in San Antonio. She got snow. She's not happy. Not happy. Oh, whatever. Oh, cornhusk tamales. So good. So good. Beef tamale. Oh, see? I want food. I want good food that I don't have to cook. Huh. Who? My kid? Oh, Sass. Yeah. Yeah. She is. Not me. No. Squirrel. Get. Get. Bad squirrel. Get down. It squeaked at me. Squirrel was trying to get in the bird feeder. Can't allow that. Bad. Just filled it this morning. My stepdad did, not me. Ooh, it's 11 degrees out there. Huh. Sess is kind of out by you. Kind of. Out that part of the country. Bunch of gluttons out here. Really, you guys? Come on. Yeah, Adam. It's like if I sat here and talked Gaelic. I'm sure you did. Ow. Oh, just so you know, I ordered a whole case of Ensure today because I know you care. It did. Strawberry is being delivered at 2 o'clock. I'll take a picture and send it to your Discord. Mm-hmm. Ooh, she's testing you. Okay, after he answers, you'll have to explain the question to me. I've never been to California. I could have told you he was good people. You have Sess's seal of approval. Yay. Ah, gotcha. Are these Mexican restaurants? Oh, well, I don't know. We go to El Cantina and I get a taco plain because I can't have spice. I don't have a gallbladder. Do I have to get the translator thing out? Oh. Squirrel. Oh, bad squirrel. Bad. Where's the cardinal to come get the squirrel? Get out of there, jacknut. Whatever. I'm not arguing with the squirrel. Brat. You're a brat. Hmm. Hmm. So you're second generation, Sess. piece of yeah. Sure. Make fun of me. That's fine. I make fun of myself constantly. You guys know this. You've seen me do it. I'm second generation too. My grandmother's off the boat. But you have Filipino too in your family, don't you though, Adam? You have a good mix. I thought you did for some reason. Why did I think that? Or you just know Filipino? Oh, okay. Hmm. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yep. Yep. Yeah, we talked about something having to do with the Philippines a long time ago. Mm. I'm 100% Irish. It's written all over the face. Mail order. Mail order. It's a thing. Have at it. You can do that. Buy the new brand. Gonna upgrade. Yours was broken. Are you sure you didn't break her? You're bad. You're so bad. Did you meet her when you were in the military? Because that could have been part of the problem. Well, you didn't completely ruin her then. That's good. It's getting crazy out there. The birds don't know that it's only 11 degrees outside. Crazy. Oh, That makes it hard to be in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They kind of don't know how to react to that. Well, that's good. That's good. If anything, and this might not be how you want to look at it, you might have made her a better person for somebody else. Good. Which means she wasn't the best person for you either. You. Oh, the good thing about European women like that, they're always so talented. They are. Usually musically or always in the arts. Oh, Lord. Oh, Sess, why you gotta encourage him? You have to encourage him. Oh, God. Oh, no. That could go that could go a few ways. Oh, no. How what's your thoughts on that there, Adam? Hmm. Hmm. What do we what do we feel about that? Do tell. We're curious. Well, hello. Welcome to the conversation. Gird your loins. Uh, welcome to the channel. How are you doing? We're doing great. We are doing great. Yeah. Oh no. What's going on? What's going on? Hopefully something we can help you with. Oh, well, If you feel like sharing, that's what I'm here for. And being angry with yourself is not conducive. There's better ways to work through your feelings. So, what can we do? I was just about to say the exact same thing, Adam. Absolutely. I was, like I said, I was just about to say the exact same thing. You are in the perfect place. This is a judge free zone. So please. I understand that. I understand that. It can be hard when you see other people talking and engaging in conversation. I understand that. It makes you feel very alone and lonely. Being alone and being lonely are two different things, but I understand the feeling. Being able to express your emotions can be very, very difficult. Very difficult, especially if you were never taught how. I can help you with that. And sometimes talking to your family is very difficult, is very, very difficult. Yeah. And sometimes you need an outside perspective. I understand. Yeah. Somebody on the outside looking in. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you. And you're very, very welcome here, just so you know. Is there a specific issue you need help with, or is it just like a horde of emotions that you're going through? Because I know that can be so overwhelming. And it's hard when you don't know how to not only express them, but when you can't even decipher them yourself. That's okay. Yep. And that's hard when you don't know how to do it. It is hard, especially being young. It's something you need to practice and learn how to do. So I totally understand where you're coming from. It's almost like learned behavior. Okay, it's a learned skill, and it does take a lot of practice. So if you're feeling low about yourself, that's something you have to learn how to change first. Find something that you like about yourself. What is it in your life that you're having a hard time with? because it's not just about yourself. There's something else that's going on. Do you know what I mean? So something in your life is making you feel this way. It's not just you're feeling that way about yourself. Something is happening. We don't feel that way for no reason. I understand, Adam. I know, honey. Adam, I'm so happy that you popped in. It was lovely to see you. Good luck in class. I hope to see you again soon. So, other than your family, you don't really talk to other people. Um, do you work? Do you go to school? Okay, Sess. Oh, have fun at walking club. I will be on your channel later, going through your videos. And Mike Knight, definitely. It was wonderful to see you. Thank you for popping in. Bye, love. Bye, Sess. See you again soon. Oh, yeah, Scar Lennox. Am I saying that right? Sorry, I keep looking out the window. There's a squirrel attacking the bird feeder. Okay, good. Mm. So, what do you mean by too mentally ill? That's kind of crass, the way that. Too mentally ill. I don't like the way that is put. That's what you were told. That's almost like saying somebody told you you were too mentally ill to enjoy life. You know what I mean? Ugh, that's harsh. That's harsh. Wow. No, I understand. No, but harsh. Wow. Did you get a second opinion on that? Because that right there is enough to send you into a depression. I mean, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, sweetheart, you're young. You're just a baby. And for them to say that, don't let that define you. Please don't let that define you. No, no. What mental illness are they defining you with, if you don't mind me asking? Because I will help you. Okay. Okay. And are you still having, so do you hear the voices? You have voices? Do you see things that aren't there? Because I know a lot about paranoid schizophrenia. Okay. But you know it's a part of you, right? And you can still live your life. This is a part of you. It doesn't mean you can't have a life. You embrace it. It doesn't mean you get, oh my God, that you get ostracized. That's that's the part that I hate, when people get defined and put into these categories. No. Oh, sometimes these professionals just really can go to hell, as far as I'm concerned as well. I, sweetheart, I understand where you're coming from. I completely do. Oh, yes. No, this is a part of you. Okay. And so a lot of people that do have paranoid schizophrenia are also very artistic, um, and so smart. So, and they use this ability to do other things. This is an ability you have. Having, you have extra. Do you know this about yourself? You just have some extra. Has anybody ever told that to you? Has it ever been told to you that way? You're not supposed to get rid of your voices. They're a part of you. Yes, exactly. Your mother is right. Yes, you just have some extra, and that's fine. There is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. And there's no reason why you can't live a normal, your normal life. Do not be angry with yourself. You did and are doing nothing wrong. First of all, those doctors should lose their licenses because they suck. You just have some extra. And that's great. That is great. Sweetheart, you're going to be fine. Don't let it define you. What other people say, don't let it define you. I am sorry that people said these things about you and to you. That was wrong. That was wrong. And if a therapist ever said anything like that to you, you saw the wrong therapist. Oh, you didn't even have to do that, but thank you so much. Thank you. No, if I helped you just a tiny bit, I mean, but please no. There's no reason to be angry with yourself. You did nothing wrong. They did, not you. Not you. No. If anything, you did everything right. They just don't know. They don't know. They think they know, but they don't know. Okay? And they weren't trained correctly, especially when it came to talking to you. Because not everybody is cookie cutter. We're all unique, right? We're all different. And you're very lucky to have a mom like that. Please don't be angry with yourself. That's what I'm here for. That's what I do. And please, you can come back and see me anytime. My email is up there at the top, okay? And you can email me at any time. I will email you back. If you don't want to talk in the chat or if you need something more, I will not charge you, okay? We will talk. I have no problem with that. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor. I'm a life coach. But I will talk to you if you need somebody to talk to, okay? I have no problem with that at all. Now you're in your prime time for being diagnosed with this disorder. So how long have you been dealing with this? Oh, sweetheart. I have a daughter that's autistic that was diagnosed paranoid schizophrenia. So I have some experience with this. And come to find out, she wasn't paranoid schizophrenic. She had Asperger's. It was just hard to articulate what was going on in her head because of her autism. But we went to groups, therapy groups with other people that had paranoid schizophrenia. So I learned a lot. Okay. Yeah. And those meds can do a number on you too. And they can cause depression. Was that explained to you? And I'm not saying don't take your meds. You need to take your meds. You just need to watch out for those side effects. And you need to report those side effects because they're always going to check your levels, right? They check your levels. And you're entitled to the best care, whether it's free or not. And please take care of yourself, meaning eat healthy, drink lots of water, get lots of rest, exercise. You're very young, very young. You cannot have mental health without physical health, and vice versa. I stress this a lot in my podcasts. Okay? You have to take care of yourself physically as well as mentally. And you'd be surprised how much better you feel when you take care of yourself physically and mentally. Sweetheart, I'm on 17 medications. I completely understand. I have physical disabilities. I'm in a wheelchair. I am in a wheelchair. So, yeah, I understand. I understand. And side effects suck. I understand. But you can't stop taking your meds. There's always a workaround. There's always a way. Okay? And whether that's different foods you eat, making sure you hit in all your food groups. I know it sounds dumb, but it works. You make yourself feel better in different ways. Working out, going for walks. Bird, I'm a bird watcher. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it works. You know, finding your hobbies. What's your niche? What do you like to do? Explore those things. You know, do you like to write? Do you journal? Poetry. Do you like to read? What do you like to read? Do you like to work out? Do you go to a gym? I hate people like that. Hate. I'm mixed, but you wouldn't know it. I have black Irish. Well, you might know it because of the hair. But yeah, people suck sometimes. People really suck. Yeah, half my family is black. Hmm. So, yeah, they don't watch what they say around me and they don't think, until I open up my mouth and I say something. But yeah, people fire that doctor. You're allowed to fire your doctor. Yeah, you are allowed to fire your doctor. Did you tell your parents about that? I know you're young and they might think you're being fickle, but no, you don't put up with that. I don't care what age you are. No, you don't put up with that, no matter what. Prejudice should not be in any form of medical psychiatric care, ever, ever. No. Mm, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's disgusting. That is interesting. That's wonderful. I bet you that is very interesting. I bet that is great. Do you share these stories with anybody? Have you ever taken a writing class? Do you have like a local college where you could take a writing class? Just something to get you out, meet new people? Trying to get you to just take a little leap of faith here. I love music. Music is so cathartic. I love music. Music just calms my spirit so much. What about an online course? Could you do an online course for writing? I'm just tossing ideas at you. That's all. No pressure, no nothing. I'm just tossing ideas at you. Because you already have a strong mind. You know this, right? Because you have that extra. You already have a very strong mind. So you need to engage that mind. So I think taking a writing class would be wonderful for you. Don't think because you've been labeled, and I hate the fact that you've been labeled, but I'm labeled, I'm physically handicapped. But don't think because you've been labeled that that limits you. It doesn't. They can take that label and shove it up their ass. Okay? 4 languages. Look at you. Again, it's because you have that strong mind and you can retain so much information. This is what I'm talking about. You have that extra. Do you see? Do you see what I'm saying? You can retain all of that information because you have that extra. This is what I'm talking about. That's wonderful. See, no reason to be down on yourself at all. Well, you know what? Screw the doctors. Screw the doctors. They don't know you. They don't know you. They know what they see on paper. That is all. They don't know you. No, you have a strong mind, very strong mind that needs to keep working and doing things. That's what it's telling you. So if you can take those classes, I think that would be great for you because you have to keep it busy. I think being angry at yourself, I don't think you're angry. I don't think you're angry. I think you're sad. Tell me if you think I'm a little right. I think you're sad that you're not like everybody else without realizing that everybody else is boring. That is so cool. I kind of thought that. Yeah, I kind of thought that. But, sweetheart, everybody else is boring. You're special. You have extra. And look at what you're doing with it. Who speaks all those languages at the age of 18? And those are complex languages. You're not angry. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Yeah. There's so much you can do. I feel it. There's so much. You speak all those languages. You're 18 years old. There is so much you can do. You seem to have focus, obviously, right? Obviously, you have focus. And for 18 to be that focused, that's amazing. There's so much you can do. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. All right, sweetheart. Thanks for coming. I hope I helped. I'm going to go cook food too because I'm starving. Um, please come back and see me. Let me know what's going on with you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for more bits. I was very nice meeting you. And I think you're going to be okay. I think you're going to be okay. Much love. Bye, honey. All right, guys. I'm out. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And I'll be back tomorrow. Probably not until the afternoon because I have a doctor's appointment in the morning. Yay! All right, guys. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you all.